Sassy pants, super sassy, so incredibly sassy, sassing people off. Hi babies, welcome back to another episode of Fat and Fly as Fuck. Today, we're going to talk about something near and dear to my heart, the stereotype of the sassy, fat, black woman. So ever since I was young, I would meet people, nice people, but when they would meet me, suddenly they would change. They would go from being whomever they were before. Oh, hi, we're Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so. We collect model trains. But I walk in and all of a sudden they're like, oh, hey, girl. How you doing, girl? How's your life, girl? You're from Wisconsin. You don't talk like that. Yeah, I'm probably considered sassy. But most of the women that you see who are professional women on the TV, comedians, people on the YouTube, we're probably all considered to be sassy. Only one of us is considered to be that all the time, whereas everyone else gets to have layers and be like different kinds of people throughout the day. So what am I talking about when I say sassy? We kind of know what that is, right? Like sassiness is like sarcasm and wit and a little bit of like cheekiness and boldness and confidence, right? That's the part of it that you get to see in so many other characters who aren't just like the fat, sassy black woman. Start with some sassy ladies. Jenna Marbles, sassy. Oh, Veronica Mars, so sassy. Buffy, sassy. Princess Leia, obviously. So there are some examples of some women in media who are sassy, but it's not just like ladies, and it's not just like queer men, because queer men also get that thing of like, oh, I'm sassy, I'm finger snappy, whatever. If we're looking at the definition of sassy, sarcasm, wit, confidence, cheekiness. There are so many like cis dudes who are so sassy. Chandler from Friends was the sassiest person in the whole wide world. Chuck Bass from Gossip Girl, so incredibly sassy. Literally any of the dudes from BuzzFeed, if you watch those videos. Will Smith, incredibly sassy. Oh, and you know who else completely counts as being sassy pants? Tony Stark. Look at any Iron Man movie, and he's constantly sassing people off. Who else? Star-Lord from the Guardians of the Galaxy. Constantly being sassy, sassing people off, doing dance battles, being super funny, being witty, having attitude. Spider-Man, fighting criminals and sassing them off at the same exact time. The Rock is so incredibly sassy. He's also like, you know, big and manly and beefy. He's so sassy. John Cena, another wrestler, super sassy. All of the New Day are incredibly sassy. The Usos. Shawn Michaels was sassy. Anyway, that's my point. When you look at all of these other characters, you can think of so many other things that they also embody. So why is it that so often it's just black women are sassy and that's all that we get? You're like the sassy toll booth worker. I've been on that audition. You're the sassy meter maid. I've also been on that audition. You're the sassy cop who gets one line. But all of these other people, they get to both have that like inherent, funny, witty, sarcastic part of them, and they also get to have all of these other traits. It isn't just like on television shows. It's not just on like sitcoms where a fat black woman might have two words and they're extra sassy. It's also on divorce court and court shows. I'll let you in on a secret. Most of those shows are super fucking fake. They're not real. They cast people. And I know, I used to be a paralegal. You can just buy anyone's case in court pleadings. And so they might base something on one of those. Oh, and by the way, here are your lines. Here's how we want you to act. And if you're someone who's poor and you're being sued in small claims court and you don't necessarily know how it's going to turn out, why wouldn't you accept that? And then you can just be the sassy black woman that they need you to be because that's what they want the shows to be. And you don't actually wind up having to pay anything out of pocket. Why wouldn't you take that? Oh, radio? A lot of those are also fake. You'll be on there and you'll be like, oh, well, you know, that lady on the radio was like very sassy and she sounded definitely black. She might not even be black, y'all. She might just be an actress who was like paid to say her name was this and she went on a date with this guy and these were the things that she demanded. You don't know. Depictions in media tell us so much about who we think people are or who you're supposed to be. That doesn't necessarily have to be who you are. And there's nothing wrong with the idea that someone is like funny and sarcastic and witty and confident. I love all of those things about myself, and I am that. There are many different facets to every single person. So why is it that we only allow some people to have a lot of those and we don't allow other people to have those? The next time anyone is in a position to cast something or write something, I know a lot of you are super creative, think outside the box. Someone can be funny and sarcastic and witty and charming and smart and cheeky and also have a million other things that also are part of their character. Thank you so much for joining me once again on Fat and Fly as Fuck. As per usual, I have been Danielle Radford. And don't forget, if you love games, and I know that you do, we got a gaming channel, y'all. Head on over to Slaytrix, see what's going on over there, and we will see you next time. Bye, babies.